Hey YouTube, my name's Justin, or Smithy Rules, as you can see by my gamer tag, and we're going to do a review of Destiny for you today.
My name's Start to Win, or you can call me Logan. I'm going to be playing the Titan.
And my name is Markiplier Fan, or Dustin, and I'm going to be playing as the Hunter.
And I'll also be the Hunter in the race of Awoken. There are 2 humans here, and there is also the class of the robots. I've gone for the Rebel Chick outfit, and we've got here a bit of a queer. And another... Anyway, moving on, we're going to have a look at the general gameplay. Now, as you can see here, this is the sort of the hub where it's sort of all peaceful, no fighting, but all I can say is just wow. I mean, this place is amazing. From what we've heard, this is only about 10% of the actual safe zone, but you've got all the purchasing places, all the different clans and everything. You've also got a bank where you can store your general equipment, which is very useful. I mean, at the moment, we can only get to level 8, but you do unlock equipment that's level 10, so it's useful to have those, so you haven't got to keep it in your inventory. Now, if we have a look up here, we have our friendly weapon supplier. Gives you all the higher class weapons, mainly rocket launchers and things like that, and heavy machine guns. Now, down here is one of my favourites. Every now and again, you'll draw these mystery things called engrams, and this guy here, you're an absolute legend. Just give him a bow. There we go. He will uncode them for you, giving you special weapons like sniper rifles, armor, that kind of thing. He'll also, if you ask him nicely, repeatedly give you the same f***ing cape. But that's a different story for a different time. Anyway, from what you can see here, the graphics are pretty damn sweet. I mean, what do you think, Press?
I think they look pretty nice. I mean, for an old-gen console, you can't really tell much of a difference between this and the new-gen. I don't know. They just look nice, all in all. No problem
How about you, Dustin?
with graphics.
Graphics-wise, this game actually surprised me. Like, just the thought of, like, then again, this game overall, it just surprised me how good it looked. Because, like, I had been underestimating this game so much, but then as soon as I start playing it, it's wow.
No, definitely. Now, what did you say we go kill some stuff and have a look at the actual gameplay? But before we do that, we do have to do one more important thing. I think we need to dance.
Wait,
That's it, yeah. You jig on. This is a little feature they've added in. It doesn't really affect the game, but you can do different moves. You can dance, feeling a bit lazy, or in combat, if you're just crazy, you can take a little seat. You can also, you know, just dance and point at people. Actually, just telling them off. Yeah, Mark, you're an idiot. There we go. And if you're feeling really nice, you can just bow to them and say how great they are. Now, this is the only bit that's in third person. It's quite nice. It still feels pretty good. I mean, I think it would probably ruin the game if the whole game was in third person. It does work really well in first, but we're going to have a look at that now. So let's get into the sky. This does take a short time to do. Admittedly, it takes a bit longer than I'd like. It'd be nice if it was quicker. But what can you do? Loading times aren't that bad. I mean, considering there's a whole bunch of people that are going to be in the world, it's usually up to about 10 I've found so far. Okay, so now we're in space. As you can see, this is our fire team. Average is 3 people for most missions, but for multiplayer, you can have 6, and you will see everyone's ships flying around here, which is pretty cool. You can buy new ships as you go on, based on how awesome you are. As you can see, the 2 ships in the thing that are the same, they are the starting ships. Still pretty good, but as you go on and get higher levels and more money, you can upgrade your ship. A nice little feature they've put in is that every 2 or 3 days the shops renew, so you can actually then buy different ships. Hopefully they won't be the same, and you know, a little bonus being in the beta, hopefully with their rare ones. Now, if you have a look, there's another screen you can open up, and this basically gives you the planets you have access to. At the moment, we do only have access to the tower, as we've just been in, and Earth. Now, for the rest of the review, we're just going to go down to Earth. into the free roam mode. So let's launch that quickly. Okay, that's just launching for you now. Here we go. And everyone is synced in, let's land. Now where we're going down to is an old city in Russia. It was considered the last safe city on Earth, well just outside of it. As you'll see, there's a lot of wreckage around. From what I can tell, it's mainly plane wreckage, so it looks like potentially it might have been an old airport or something. Either that or Russians just can't fly planes, but considering what's happened lately, we won't go into Russians and aeroplanes. Right. I like that little feature. While it's loading, instead of a loading screen or anything like that, you get a little landing scene. And just like Star Trek, we teleport down like a boss. Oh look, there's another fire team here. As you can see, all the players, even if it's not your fire team, run around, and you can help each other on missions. Or you can be a narb and get in the way of other people. Now let's have a quick look around and have a look at some of the weapons. So what you can see me using now is just a general scout rifle. Now this is, as you can see, a single shot rifle, quite powerful, but definitely useful. Now there are other weapons which are assault rifles, as you know, continuous firing, but they're quite weak. These ones are quite powerful. Let's take a look at this Vandal here. A couple of hits and he's dead. You do get more points for headshots, several little goals you can get for scoring enough of those. Now let's have a look at a few of the other weapon types. Let's have a look at the fusion rifle now. Now the fusion rifle, it's a bit awkward to get used to because you actually have to charge it up. I haven't actually got any ammo from mine at the moment. Probably should have prepared that a little bit better. But let's have a look at what other special weapons we've got. Now my class's special weapon is the sniper rifle. As you can see, this looks very similar to a 50 cal. Okay, let's have a look here. So we pick a target, and I've got no ammo again. I've definitely prepared this one well. Right. Another weapon here, we've got the heavy machine gun. I've got ammo for this one this time. Right. Now as you can see, nice heavy weapon. Now the damage is very low, but let's get to some enemies and you'll see it fires very quick. So as you can see, I mean, it's very good for suppressing enemies. Because the enemies in this game are quite intelligent. If you shoot a lot, they won't come out of cover, they will stay in cover. Or they'll try to get to it. The idea is to not give them time. Now every now and then when you kill an enemy, you'll see a little green orb on the floor, maybe a white one, and a white one will mean you'll get a weapon or a piece of armour directly. If you get a green one, you have got to get it uncoded, as we mentioned earlier on. Now we're going to have to go to the host of the video for this part. Although he's unable to speak, he has got a rocket launcher. If you wouldn't mind demonstrating your rocket launcher, if you have any ammo for it. Alright, he has no ammo either. We've really prepared this ammo thing well, haven't we? Now let's have a look at some of the special abilities. Well, so first of all, let's mention the pistols. In this game, pistols are ridiculously overpowered. I'm talking one-hit kills with pistols on enemies your level. But the good thing is, in multiplayer, they are a lot weaker. They're not as powerful. And there's also shotguns, but they're not a really benefit hunter class, which we're looking at today. Let's get a gun out and let's go pick on some guys. This might take a moment just to find some. So while we're looking for some people, let's get a vehicle to do that. Now, all you do is you pull out your little thing. We call these a ghost. Now this is your hub to everything. And if you hold X while that's out, you can just summon yourself a little vehicle. A bit like a Star Wars speeder. Now, the first one you get, it is only fast, can run people over, but you can unlock ones at later points with guns and other special manoeuvring abilities. As you can see, I've been an idiot and gone and got myself killed. Just get back onto the scene again. Now these guys, Reaver Vandal, we just killed there, it's yellow. Now that is a sort of advanced tier enemy. You have your lower tiers, which are just red health bars, and then the yellow ones, they're quite hard to kill. I wouldn't suggest getting in there and meleeing them. Now let's look for a few low level ones, just to show you the different types of enemies you've got. Alright, here we go. Let's come over here. Let's have Barney with these guys. So we've got some dregs. Now dregs are similar to, the saying, the dregs of the drink. That's what they are in this case. They are the worst of the worst, but in numbers they can be a pain in the backside. And then you've got the Vandals, which are the next ones up. Vandals can be quite powerful, and it's best not to let them get close, because they have quite powerful melee attacks. And there's also special Vandals that turn invisible and use 2 weapons. That's something I do want to show you quickly, because we've been mentioning weapons. After you kill a bunch of guys, you'll actually unlock a special ability that's fixed to your class. Right, there's some guys down there. Let's go demonstrate this special ability. As you can see, when I hit my buttons, I'm just going to do this and pull out my little revolver. And it's basically 1 or 2 hit kills on just about anything that you shoot at. This is a timed thing, so you need to use it quite quickly. In a fire team, if you use that, you actually generate orbs of light for every kill. Now, if your teammates collect those orbs, they can actually then use their own special abilities. There's various different abilities depending on what your class is. I know the Titan class has a big jump in the air when he jumps up and punches the floor and causes an explosion. In general, it's quite hard to review while playing the game, but the combat is very good. It will challenge you constantly, but it will rarely have you angry at it for not being able to do it, even on the harder maps. Alright, one thing I do want to show you quickly is one of the special abilities. Now, when you first start the game, you actually just do a jump like this. Very low, you know what I mean, very, very weak. Which means you can't actually get to many decent places. But the more that you do it, eventually you unlock a skill where you can do this. There's a little jetpack, and there's another skill after it, which I haven't quite got yet, which will actually allow you to triple jump, sorry. Now, the good thing is, once you've got the double jump, you can then get the double jump with control. So if you watch now, I can jump up, jump this way like that, or I can jump this way and double jump back the other way. This is quite good for avoiding bullets and getting a good, few shots on. Now, one of the features that I've really enjoyed in this game is the multiplayer. Obviously, that always gets people a bit nervous because it seems to have a very good single-player campaign, and usually you get one or the other. You don't get both. But in this, the multiplayer is spot on, at least for the beta. At the moment, there is only a capture mode, and we have to capture a single point, or 3 points, sorry, and try and hold them against your enemy. As what we found out from playing it is that it inspires teamwork, because if you try and do it on your own, your team will always lose. But if you work together as a team, you'll end up nailing it. We've won 4 or 5 in a row from working as a team. But the objective is to either get to 20,000 points, or basically to be the most points at the end of 20 minutes. I can't really think of much more else to say about the game, to be honest. When I first downloaded it, I wasn't sure whether I was going to be buying the game. But after playing this beta, I've decided that I'm going to be getting the deluxe edition. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you do download it, there are a lot of bugs, there are a lot of issues, odd random losing of connections, but that's to be expected in a beta. You can't really criticise a game for that at this point. And also, if you join now, there are little bonuses you get. Day by day, they do little challenges, little extras that people that don't play the beta won't be able to access. I mean, my suggestion on this game is to definitely get it soon. If I had to give this game a rating out of 10, I'd say, from what I've seen so far, a 7 or 8 out of 10 I'd have to give it. There's room for improvement, but we can't really give it a full scoring until the actual game is out. And the bugs do bring it back a bit. And maybe the general ease of combat, the combat could be a little bit harder. Earlier on today we led a level 1 around the hardest beta mission, and he successfully completed it. That's not the sort of thing you expect to happen on a combat game. Anyway, I've been Justin, Smithy Rules. I hope you enjoy playing the beta, and have a nice day.